Tom Brady says actions always speak louder than words. Pat Mahomes says fans will find out in 20 years who is better. This is a Daily Caller story. Tom Brady says actions speak louder than words in response to a tweet about which athlete is better, him or Pat Mahomes. Following the Buccaneers' victory against the Chiefs. The back and forth between the star QBs started with a tweet from Kansas City Royals team, which included a video of Royals catcher Salvador Perez wearing a number 12 jersey with the name Brady on it. The catcher then looked at the camera, shook his finger, and says, Pat Mahomes is the best. The video of Perez wearing the Brady jersey stems from a Super Bowl bet between Salvador's former teammate, Brett Phillips. The bet was that if Bucs won, Perez would wear Tampa Bay jersey to batting practice when the Royals and Rays met for their April series at Kauffman Stadium. And if the Chiefs won, Phillips would wear instead have to rock a Kansas City jersey. The Chiefs QB Mahomes, who's lost to the Bucs 31-9 Super Bowl, said fans wouldn't know in 20 years who is better. So who is going to end up being better?
Bro.
Brady.
Are you even like Mahomes? Take a step back, guy. You've done nothing. You've had a couple good seasons. You were an MVP of Super Bowl. Cool, I get it. You're not even Aaron Rodgers at this point, Mahomie. That's not my homie, Mahomes. Like, the fact that you even have the audacity, the freaking audacity to compare yourself with Brady, have a little respect. Have a little, like, less of an ego to say, you know what, he's the GOAT. I hope and pray to even be in the conversation with him one day. The fact that you have the ego to say, oh, we'll see in 20 years who's better. Bro, if you might be lucky to win one more Super Bowl, Mahomie, okay? So, dude, you're nowhere near Tom Brady's level. If you'd be lucky to play until your 40s like Tom Brady. I wasn't a Mahomes fan before this, but if this is the way that he's going with this ego, oh my God. And there are going to be players coming after this guy. You know how players have a target on their back sometimes? Yeah. Mahomie, they're coming after you. You're nowhere near GOAT level like Tom Brady.
You think they're going to go after him this season?
Hell yeah.
You think
I might even get into the NFL and go after him, okay?
And you're a record-breaking guy. You're a superstar here. All county wide receiver records.
I might quit the podcast and go back in the NFL just to take
Ricky, what do you think about this?
You know, I'm
a
huge Tom Brady fan, and I think he's an excellent and I think that you know, he had 20-year career. Is it 20 years?
If not longer.
Yeah, his 20-year career. I hate to say it, but I agree with you, Adam. Mahomes has not done even a quarter. He hasn't even played a quarter of the time that Brady's been playing. He has a lot to go to prove himself to be able to make those kind of statements. But to play the devil's advocate, he says in 20 years. So, you know, he has essentially he's putting a timeline on when he's going to prove that he is better. But for now, the time being, it's a big statement. I just don't I don't know, man. It's just difficult.
Paul, what you think? You know something about football. Why don't you say something about this? Because I don't see Sam, I see you, and that's exactly what I was looking for the football debate.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm actually agreeing with Adam here. Shocker. Because be humble, and you're nowhere even close. Again, there's a lot of quarterbacks in this world that's won an MVP and have won a Super Bowl. So he's not actually that special in the realm of great quarterbacks. I mean, Terry Bradshaw's got 4. Joe Montana's still got 4, I think. You know, Eli Manning's got 2. Like, you're not even at Eli Manning's level yet, bro.
Right.
And
he does have MVP.
And again, he's not even near Peyton Manning yet.
Guys,
so,
you're missing the whole point here.
Wow.
You're missing the whole point here. Are you flipping? Like, I thought for sure you, one of you guys would have said this. Paul, hear me out.
Case study Robert Griffin.
Can I be the 1 against 3 here? Can I be the 1 against 3? And you guys can trash me. You can call me out. You can say you have no clue what you're talking about. But hear me out, my verdict. Okay, so this guy who's supposed to be the number 1 pick comes out and says to SI in an interview, Trevor Lawrence, that everybody's raving about, that this guy's going to be the next great whoever they're talking about. They're comparing him to who? To a Manning. He's going to be the legendary next guy. You know what he says in an SI interview? Here's what he says. It's not like I need this for my life to be okay. I want to do this because I want to be the best I can be. I want to maximize my potential. Who wouldn't want to? You kind of waste it if you don't, right? What the hell are we talking about, the number 1 pick? Then everyone comes out and says, this guy doesn't have a chip on his shoulder, right? He doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. No chip on his shoulder. Okay. You just signed a $504 million contract with a guy named Pat Mahomes.
That's insane,
Okay?
by
You
the
give
way.
this guy $504 million right after he signs. He owns the Kansas City Royals. He becomes one of the owners, part owner, right? And this guy has the audacity to go up against the greatest of all time. Do you realize if I'm sitting there as an owner, just pay this guy $504 million, my biggest concern is this guy can do everything and anything. He still wants to go after the guy. We got the right guy in our corner. I don't care whether he's right or wrong. 7 championships, very difficult. The records that Brady's had with 52-something, very difficult. Did you see Pat Mahomes' first season? How many yards did he throw in his first season, the first or second season? The second season when he played. If you
5.
look at this guy's stats, if you look at his stats of what he did in the last 3 seasons, it's ridiculous. By the way, Brady doesn't compare to his stats in the first couple seasons. It's not even comparable.
Well, Brady was a game manager when he came into the league. He didn't come into his own.
But
few seasons
you're talking about a guy. You're talking about a guy, Mahomes, who's all game. He wants to compete. He's not afraid, and he's likable. He's not arrogant. He's not cocky. He's not Manziel. He's not Baker Mayfield. He won a Super Bowl already. He got an MVP already. And the guy, how old is Mahomes right now? 25 or 26? How old is the guy? Actually want to know how old this guy is.
Yeah, either or.
How old is this guy? What is his age? That's what I want to know. How old is Mahomes? He's right now
I'm going to say 25.
He's 25 years old, calling out Brady at 43 years old that he's not scared. He's got 18 more years if he plays till 43. And the kind of, health and the way they're doing exercises today to be able to make players play a long time. I love the fact that he says we're not going to know for 20 years. That's not a shot to me. All it tells me is, as a fan, thank God there's guys that still think like Mahomes who say, hey, the reason why we loved Kobe was what? You call Michael Jordan Black Jesus. Yeah. To me, that's just Mike. I'm going to go against him. I love the fact that Mahomes said this. FYI, you know who wins here? Do you know who wins here with Mahomes' comments? Who do you think wins here?
The owner of the team. Because he's going to fight.
Who else do you think wins here? Who do you think wins here the most? The fans.
Yeah. Yes.
The fans, the league, they have a face that's not afraid. When Kobe was not afraid to go up against Jordan, the fans won. The league won. The NBA today is pathetic. Let's hug each other. It's not fair. Let's do this. These are my boys. These are my this. There is no competition. Let me go play with these guys. Let me take 7 days off because I'm going through challenges right now. I don't need to play. This guy's saying, no. I'm coming for you, and you may be better than me. But we're going to find that in 20 years.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I got a lot of respect for a guy like that, man. And by the way, you know what are the likelihood of this guy passing up Brady? You know what the chances of that is?
Passing him up how?
As being the GOAT, as being the greatest of all time. What's the likelihood?
1%.
Next to nothing.
Next to nothing. Next to nothing. But do you want that guy wearing your jersey?
Yes.
I guarantee you would want that guy being your quarterback.
Because he's winning the fight.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.